story that we're about to talk about, this is kind of like a surprise to me. It's extremely intense, so I'm not going to show much. I'm not even going to show the article. I'm going to read some of the article, and I'll play some of the after audio. Right? Whoa, bam! This I didn't even think this was real. But let's read it. A disturbing video shows a 6'6", Florida student beating a female staffer unconscious inside a school this week after she confiscated his Nintendo Switch video game device. This man was 6'6". He was bigger than me. Wow. The infuriated 17-year-old. Oh my God. That's why all the male staff were acting all scared. Man, that's a huge kid. Can be seen sprinting towards the female educator, who turns and spots her assailant a split second before he shoves her to the floor. Then the 270-pound, he weighs more than me, 270-pound student then repeatedly started to mollywop. This was extremely graphic. I'm trying to not be explicit and trying to explain it without showing or explaining too much and being graphic. The 270-pound student then repeatedly stomped. Man, this teacher was unconscious already, and they just continued. Right now, I could just describe what I seen visually. Then they just kept on going. A few of the male staff came around the corner and was like, "Oh, what's happening? Oh, look!" And then just walked slowly towards this person. Some of the females sprinted to try to intervene. Right? Several other staffers who witnessed the brutal attack came running. Some moseyed on. The men moseyed on to pull off the kid off the teacher, who was rushed to the local hospital. She's expected to recover from injuries. A separate video released from the sheriff's office shows the attacker being placed in handcuffs inside a classroom. The student stated that he was upset with the victim because she took his Nintendo Switch away during a class. Something had to be going on like this. They're not telling us. Was this a kid with something else going on? Why they not? That's not making no sense. The deputies arrived. They found the teacher still unconscious. The rampant student who lives in a group home, starting to get a few details, begins spitting in the teacher's direction. Wow. Telling cops that he was going to blank them when he returned to school. Yo, yeah, something wasn't right. Something wasn't right, man. Why was he in this school? This doesn't sound like the right school for him, right? And I'm not trying to make it seem like he a victim at all, but this don't seem like this is where he needed to be. While he was being processed, the team repeatedly asked the deputy when he was going to be released and began kicking a desk and becoming violent when he didn't get the answers he was hoping for. The actions of the student are absolutely horrendous and completely uncalled for. Yeah, says the sheriff. We hope the victim will recover both mentally and physically from this incident. This is disgusting. Let's hear some of this audio, man. Let's hear some of this audio. Is that the right video? This is him being detained.
Now, turn the other way. Stay right there. Got him? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, that's Father. I don't want to go to jail.
Well, Brennan, look at me.
I have more important places.
I understand.
What?
You can stop me.
Yeah.
Nobody's manhandling you, Brennan.
Did he just say stop manhandling me? First he said, I don't want to go to jail. I got more important places to be. Then he said, stop manhandling me. As they are escorting him politely and kindly, I will say, to as well, out of here. Okay. There's an update. Let me try to get the update and test that out and make sure that it's not crazy. Right? Because that was so graphic. I'm glad I didn't show the screen. Is the update graphic too? Yep, it sure is. Sure, so I'm just going to read it. The Florida teacher who was attacked by the 270-pound student in a viral video has refused to help the teen's defense, lighten his sentence. Why should they? Why would they even word it that way? What? Lighten his defense. Brendan, whatever his name is, then 17, hurled the high school paraprofessional Joan Nadish to the ground, then could be seen kicking and punching her in the back. Once they was already unconscious, they kept going, had to be pulled off, and then brushed past the teachers to put them off and attacked again, and then got pulled off, and then brushed past the teachers and again started stumping. The troubled teen told investigators he attacked because the teacher ordered him to stop playing a video game, his Nintendo Switch. He was charged as an adult, faces up to 30 years in prison for the first degree felony charge. Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe it's something I don't know. Hold on. Still, Judge Terrence Perkins still has the option of sentencing him as a youth and lowering it to probation. The teen's disabilities will likely weigh in on his decision. Now 18, Duba had 3 prior battery arrests before the shock. No. He had 3 prior? Come on. Why was he in this school, bro? Are you sick? Fam, when I was in high school and I got kicked out of school for getting into a normal fight and then got kicked out of that school for getting into a normal fight, not with the teacher, but with another student, I got put into a school where the teachers all look the size of Vin Rames, right? And then whenever you have fights, they would put you in like a box. That was like a padded room to where you just tired yourself out. And it took me about maybe 5 minutes to realize that. And I would just take my hoodie off, fold it like a pillow, and then take a nap. They hated me. They hated it because like, why is he not miserable in there? I'm like, I ain't doing classwork. I'm chilling. You got air conditioning. What you talking about, man? I'm chilling. Tell me when it's lunchtime, okay? But if they had me in it, why was he in a normal type of setting where this could even be possible? Because schools are soft now. That's what it is, nigga. That's what that is. That's crazy. That's good. Y'all saying he's autistic in the internet. TikTok is mad at the teacher for pressing charges and wanting a max sentence. They mad at the teacher who was knocked unconscious and then still mollywopped on even though they were unconscious. They mad at the teacher? Yeah, the internet is disgusting. That's what that tells me. Internet's nasty. Nasty. He had 3 prior arrests, bro. With the same thing happening. He got into a brawl in the jail and he's brawling in jail. He's brawling in jail. Come on, bro. Then you look at this teacher. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. She looked fragile as hell. Faces up to 30 years in prison for the fam, I don't want to make no excuses for this, man. I did notice that from just hearing the story, that they did not belong in that school. But come on, bro. Come on. Nah, man. Nah. They need to do time. I'm with it. I'm with the full crime punishment. Nah, no excuses. Like, how many other times did you let him out? Y'all said that he had 3 prior. This is his 4th. He just allowed to attack people? No, that's not right, bro. That's no. This is the same type of person, fam. And he knew who to do it because he didn't do that. None of the men teachers. None of that. Fam. I used to work with people with special needs years ago. It was actually one of the most fun jobs I ever had. When I quit the job, people was crying. It was crazy. And I quit because the other staff was hating on me. They was hating. I used to DJ every Friday. They was hating. Maybe I'll do a story time and I'll tell you more detail. This isn't just me making that staff just genuinely hated me because when I got hired, I negotiated that I didn't have to change no damn pants and Pampers and diapers. And they were mad because they had to. So they tried to make up anything to get me in trouble because they didn't want me there because I was the only one that didn't have to do that. But when I got hired, I said, that's something I don't do. I do everything else. And besides, they use me to taking people on trips and all types of shit, like 20 people, 1 person. Come on, my nigga. I wasn't complaining when I was taking 20 people on the trip. But anyway, When I worked one of these jobs, they had one person in particular that used to just try to mollywop. I'm not going to say, well, he would take a swing. He knew who. Let me just say that. He ain't never took a swing on me. Never. Never. Fam. And mind you, it was all pleasant. Hey, man, you need some help? Come on. Let's go to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm taking everybody to Dunkin' Donuts. Not once took a swing at all, bro. Right? So, like, come on. That's all I'm saying. Is that this sounds crazy. Anybody that's on TikTok trying to make it seem like the teacher is a supervillain after what was done to her, nigga, I would be suing the school. He needs criminal charges. School needs civil. Like, we need to sue the school because they needed better protection. Why was it not security guards there? If you had a kid like this there with this stuff there, fam, you think I'm not stupid? I know that when you go to schools, you have a whole record. I forgot what is it called. Is it like you had to have like an IEP or something of that nature. I forgot what it was called. There's some letter acronym that tells you the whole school record if this kid is dangerous, right? Because a school can reject you. I got rejected from a few schools. I was a bad kid, man. I was fighting all the time, right? Never with teachers. Teachers loved me. Teachers loved me because of my sense of humor. Watching Seinfeld as a kid and all that, and loving dry humor. They found me to be extremely charismatic and entertaining. But I used to always get into like problems with other kids for sure, especially because I'm so weird, right? Yeah, so I know that when you go to school, even if you just transfer to another school, all your stuff is like in your record. A school can turn you down. They could be like, yeah, nah, looks like too much of a hassle. Which means if you accepted this kid that you didn't have certain things in there in order and procedures to protect all the teachers, bro. If I was a teacher, I would be filing criminal charges against him and I would be filing charges in civil court against the school. Y'all gonna pay me because this was an unsafe environment. In fact, especially after that footage that I can't show you guys, where a lot of people were just moseying on in slow motion to help. Come on, you should have had someone there, fam. When I was in school, they had actual cops in the damn school. This could have benefited from that, right? Like, it's just, it's nasty. I feel really bad for that teacher, and my prayers go out to them. As far as the person, I don't care if they're, what was it? They're autistic. There's autistic YouTubers out here making hundreds of thousands, nigga. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And that's not me shaming anyone, right? Or targeting anyone. That's me saying that I don't treat people like they're less than based on certain conditions they might have, because you never know what disability someone else might have, right? We don't know what disability that teacher could have been working with. Shit, old age is enough disability, and back hurting, knee hurting, and he does this over a video game. No, clearly that kid should not have been in that school, or that school was ill prepared to handle a kid like that. I think the kid and the school both should be held responsible. And the teacher should not just take one on the chin. Like, TikTok is stupid. TikTok is stupid. If I was on TikTok actively, I would have put a short video out about this. But let me know what you think in the comment section. The world is soft.